Testing, mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. The SFL's 9th season is next.
Jefferson into the open field. No one's going to touch him. Mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
No pass caught. First down. What a move. Dr. Sim, get out of here. The doctor is in for the touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Buffalo, New York, where the 4-time champion Queen City Corsairs will be taking on the St. Louis Gladiators, live on the SFL Network on YouTube. Good afternoon, my friends. I'm your play-by-play commentator and SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine. The up-and-coming St. Louis Gladiators have a big test today as the retooled Queen City Corsairs, led by AJ Caswell and Koa Kaleo, hit the field to defend their crown. Queen City in St. Louis is next.
I'll be gentle. We pick tails.
Corsairs win the toss and will kick. That means St. Louis's offense will be on the field first. Are you ready for some football? Queen City! Kick it, we're underway! From the 6-yard line, Gladiators on the return up to the 26. Ethan Alexander is the new face of the Gladiator offense. Evan Murr is in the backfield. Expect to see plenty of that rookie back here today. It's a 1st and 10 for St. Louis. Back to pass. Alexander down the middle. It's intercepted on the first play of the SFL season. Pass picked off by rookie linebacker Alex Cross. And the Corsairs are on the field. An awful start for Alexander. He could not have asked for anything worse. And the Corsairs, led by A.J. Caswell, start from the St. Louis 40-yard line. In the backfield, a new running back on this squad, Kyle Walsh, number 35. 1st and 10 for Queen City. Caswell with 2 receivers will hand it off to Walsh. And Walsh will not get through a tackle, picks up 4 yards to bring up 2nd down and 6. So what a start for Queen City here. Hand off again to Walsh, and he will pick up just a yard. That sets up a 3rd down and 5. Here in the opening minutes, already a flurry of activity. John Barson with that last tackle. On the previous play, the tackle was made, I believe, by William Davidson, number 59. We'll get used to these new players, introduce them all once this game settles down. 3rd down and 5 for the defending champions. Caswell will throw for the first time this season. Caswell's got a good pocket, and that pass is incomplete. Falling incomplete over the middle, Chris Bush was the intended receiver, and Queen City, following an Alexander interception, goes 3 and out. Ball on the Gladiator 35-yard line. We'll see what St. Louis elects to do. It looks like they'll punt it away. Just getting underway here in SFL's Season 9. St. Louis's defense off to a strong start. That punt nearly blocked. Queen City trying to pin St. Louis inside the 10. And they will be successful down at the 3. What a play by Queen City special teams. That's how you do it, as the Gladiators will start from their own 3-yard line. $9:39 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 as rookie Ethan Alexander will try and shake off that early interception. And off to Evan Murr. And Murr around the left side will pick up a few to bring up 2nd down and 7. Queen City shuts that down rather quickly. Colton May, defensive end, is in the backfield. Koa Kaleo, Colton May, strong on this defensive front. At linebacker for the Corsairs, Avery King, Alex Cross. In the secondary, Stezo Woods Jr., Michael Spurgeon, Greg Morrison, and a couple of generic corners. That's a nice stop there by Avery King. 3rd and 7 after Murr picks up no yards, and both defenses are dominating here early. Avery King, a free agent acquisition from Carolina, 48th all-time in tackles with 172, building a very nice career in his 3rd season. 3rd down and 7. Alexander going to hand it off again to Murr, and Murr will not pick up the 1st down, not even close. Woods Jr. on the tackle. will bring up a 4th down and 4, and the defenses are active early. St. Louis will punt it away. In their own end zone, about 5 yards deep. Kick is away, and Queen City from the 39-yard line of St. Louis will continue to have tremendous field position. Up to the St. Louis 36-yard line. That's Memphis Blue, a new wide receiver on this squad on that return. Of course, Jake Legacy was brilliant in his long career here in Queen City. Finally retired with 6,754 yards, 5th all-time, and 55 touchdowns, which was 3rd all-time. He is likely headed to the SFL Hall of Fame. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. Caswell back to pass. Caswell fires it outside, caught by Blue. And Blue will pick up a 1st down, the Gladiator 26. $7:50 to go in the first quarter. Make sure to like the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we approach 600 subscribers. Caswell back to pass. Caswell's in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Loss of 4 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 14, as both of these defenses have really not given an inch. In the opening minutes of some exciting action, hope Alex Cross got to see his interception. That's pretty fantastic to get a pick on your very first play in the league. 7:10 to go in the first, 2nd and 14. Back to pass, Caswell. Caswell steps up in a good pocket. Down the middle of the field, caught to the 5. That is T.E. Haynes the 3rd. 1st and goal to the 4. Really nice catch in traffic. And Caswell's off to a strong start. There's a look at Walsh in the backfield with a fullback, 2 receivers. Queen City's knocking on the door first. 8 in the box for St. Louis. Hand off to Walsh right side. Walsh will break a tackle and score! Touchdown, Queen City! Impressive stuff there by the Corsairs, who are winning the field position battle here early. There's no doubt about that. And Queen City will come on for the extra point. So Kyle Walsh gets the season's first touchdown, as Queen City benefits from some good field position. Memphis Blue, T.E. Haynes with a couple of big catches on this drive. Queen City's extra point is good. With 6:41 to go in the first quarter, it's Queen City 7, St. Louis nothing. How about them defending champs here in Buffalo? St. Louis from the 8-yard line on the return. Up to the 29, and that's where the Gladiators will set up with their second offensive possession. The offense has not done much, although they have been backed up in their own territory quite a bit. St. Louis will look to flip that here on this possession.
1st and 10.
Ethan Alexander, fresh face, replacing Jalen Thomas, who had a decent year last year, but not good enough for an organization that has some high standards. Blitz, and Alexander sacked! And look who it is! It's Alex Cross, picking up the sack from his linebacker position. It's a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. Cross with a sack and a pick in the first 5 minutes of his young career. That was a really nice blitz package brought by Queen City. 2nd and long. 3 receivers off to the left side, and Alexander will throw again. Alexander pump fakes, nearly sacked, has a man wide open. That pass is complete. Pickup of 7 yards will bring up 3rd down and 6. At the Gladiator 33, and this is a pivotal pivotal 3rd down. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Alexander forced to pass again. Alexander in some trouble, dumps it off short. Pass incomplete, broken up. Nicely done over the middle, pass intended for Elijah Swaim. It's 4th down, and St. Louis's offense has not moved the chains yet. Another punt coming as Memphis Blue drops back to return the kick. Queen City comes after that one, can't get to it. And Blue from his 29-yard line makes one man miss and gets up to the 34. That's where Queen City will set up with a 1st down and 10 with 5:21 to go in the 1st quarter. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Happy to have you along here for a day of SFL fun and action after a quadruple slate, 4 games, I guess, not a quadruple header, but 4 games on Rabbit coming up at 5 o'clock. As the day of celebration opening up our 9th season rolls on. Kyle Walsh takes the handoff. Kyle Walsh into St. Louis territory to the Gladiator 43 for a Corsair 1st down. He's up to 30 yards. Walsh making things happen. After the slate of games on Rabbit at 5 o'clock, the Alaska Storm take on the Dallas Roughnecks live here on YouTube with Andy Hamilton on the call. 7 Central, 8 Eastern here on YouTube. It's another 1st down for Queen City, who's dominating the field position battle in this 1st quarter. Handoff to Walsh, who cuts back inside. Wrestled down on a combo tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 8. St. Louis in their 2nd season of SFL competition. Finished 4-8 last year. Queen City, 4 titles in 8 seasons, a legitimate dynasty as Caswell will drop back to pass. Fires down the middle of the field, caught inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That's Haynes again for a Queen City 1st down. Caswell looks cool, calm, and collected here in this 1st quarter, having no problems carving up this Gladiators front. There's a look at Decan Slaughter, one of the rookie linebackers on this team, one of 3. Aiden Friday, number 58. William Davidson, number 59. Also at the linebacker position, Colin Douglas, Freeman Peltier, Ron Wild, part of the secondary. Walsh takes a handoff, 15-10. Kyle Walsh down to the 5. 1st and goal for Queen City. St. Louis is just struggling. The Corsairs have not had to work as hard, and St. Louis has gotten themselves into a lot of 2nd and 3rd and long situations, and that has been a problem. 1st and goal, the Gladiators in dire need of a stop here. 3 receivers, handoff Walsh. Oh, right up the middle. Walsh planted in the ground by William Davidson. What a hit up the middle, a pickup of just a yard, if that. And it brings up 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal.
2 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. Caswell facing 9 in the box, back to pass. Caswell in trouble, and he goes down. That's the second sack for St. Louis, and the second sack for big number 92 out there, Chad Longstreet. It's 3rd down and goal, as it looked like Queen City was running some straight go routes and man coverage across the board. Prevented that play from being a success. Big 3rd down and goal here back at the 12. Queen City's going empty with Caswell under center. A 3-3 look out of St. Louis's defense. Caswell will throw. Caswell to the end zone. Pass is picked off! Picked off in the end zone! St. Louis's defense comes up with a stop. That's Freeman, Peltier, and Caswell could not be more upset. Freeman Peltier with his first interception of the season. It's Queen City's first turnover. And boy, did St. Louis ever need that. .223 to go in the first quarter. It's St. Louis 0, Queen City 7 on a Kyle Walsh 4-yard scamper. The first of 6 games across the SFL family of networks today as we kick off season 9. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. The handoff goes to Evan Murr on a counter. Murr up the middle. Grinds to a halt after 7 yards. Queen City eventually wraps him up. Evan Murr made a lot of headlines in the training camp battle. He really dominated Houston in that preseason action. That was the best run of the day on first down for St. Louis, who was not had a problem letting everybody know that they really want to run the ball and want to run it a lot. Murr averaging 3 yards a carry after that 2-yard pickup. It's now 3rd and 1. A pivotal 3rd down for St. Louis as they try to move the chains for the first time this season. Two receivers. One back in the backfield, handoff to Murr. Murr's got a first down and more. Pushes forward to the 34-yard line. Brings up a first down. So Evan Murr keeping St. Louis going here in the first quarter as the Gladiators finally have a drive going. Heavy set here for the Gladiators. And they're going to toss it out to Murr, left side. Oh, Avery King closes the lane. Off to the left, a loss of 2 yards. Now let's put that graphic back up there. Avery King, 35 of his 172 solo tackles are behind the line of scrimmage in his career. He's now got 36. That is something Avery King does just about better than any active player in this league today. Handoff to Murr. Murr left side, and he's closed down by Greg Morrison. Only a pickup of 2 will bring up 3rd down and 10. That may be the final play of the first quarter. Looks like they may get one more off out of the eye here on a 3rd down and long with 2 receivers. Back to pass, Alexander. Alexander, deep ball over the middle. The pass is incomplete. And that is the end of the first quarter play. Alex Cross again making headlines at the end of the first quarter. Queen City holds a lead 7-0 and are in control. This is the SFL Network on YouTube. Fourth down, St. Louis will punt. Blue, decent return out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Queen City will set up. A defensive struggle in that first quarter, no doubt about it. A Kyle Walsh touchdown is the only difference. Alex Cross has been the MVP of this game. He has a pass defended, an interception, and a sack, all in the first quarter of his rookie season. And Freeman Peltier's big interception has kept this game close through one quarter of play. 5 wide receivers for Caswell as we start the quarter. Caswell's pass to the outside is complete. That pass caught by Chris Bush. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. There's a quarterback comparison. Ethan Alexander just 7 yards of passing in that first quarter.
Let's go. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Corsairs at the 38-yard line. 3 down linemen for the Gladiators. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, and Caswell will hand it off to Walsh. Walsh 40. Walsh 45 midfield. Kyle Walsh 30, 20, and he will be slowed down and not stopped. Touchdown, Queen City. Walsh with 2 touchdowns in the first half. And Kyle Walsh picking up right where Marcus Allen Bose left off. What a run. A couple of great looks at that run as Colin Douglas and Aiden Friday could not bring him down. Queen City on for the extra point. And the Corsairs put a 14-0 lead on this one in the first half. Kyle Walsh has 2 touchdowns, and Alex Cross is balling on defense, and Queen City's got a 14-0 lead. Lewis on the return runs into a wall at the 27-yard line. And it's time for Ethan Alexander to step up his game. Just 7 passing yards so far as St. Louis has put themselves in a pickle here on the road. Tight set here. St. Louis needs to assert some dominance on the line of scrimmage. Toss out to Murr. He's in big trouble. Lost 5 yards. Yikes. 2nd and 15 coming up as Queen City's defensive front, led by Colton May and Koa Kaleo, causing some serious issues, and their defense has been incredibly aggressive. St. Louis is in 2nd and long again. Back to pass. Alexander quickly out to Murr. Murr will break a tackle. 30 to the 34-yard line before he's picked up and thrown down by, I believe, Michael Spurgeon on the outside, but a nice pickup of 12 yards will help St. Louis get into a more manageable 3rd down situation. That was Alex Cross who missed that tackle. But a really nice play by Spurgeon on the outside. Michael Spurgeon, the brother of Maurice, who is now playing in Chicago. We'll see him tomorrow night. 3rd down and 3. Hand off to Murr. And Murr is in some trouble down at the line of scrimmage. Avery King and Colton May combine for the stop. It's 4th down. St. Louis's offense really struggling, really everywhere but Evan Murr just cannot get moving. And St. Louis is in some trouble here, as Queen City is ready to show off for the home crowd. After winning the championship on the road a couple of months ago in Dallas, Blue returns up to the 30. This isn't the first Queen City linebacker to have a great game. DJ McCoo retired as the league's all-time leader in tackles with 499. Played all 9 seasons in the SFL, but no longer on the Corsair rosters. He stepped aside. Avery King and Alex Cross, the next generation of talented linebackers here in Buffalo. Caswell rushed. Oh, that should have been picked off. Should have been picked as that throw was rushed. That was Aiden Friday, who's had an active first half. He really should have had that one. Caswell way off the mark with a pass intended for Memphis Blue. Don't forget, tomorrow night, a doubleheader of SFL action starting at 5. Cleveland at Chicago, Vancouver at Mexico City. Make sure to tune in live on YouTube as Eric Vinson and Chris Curtis have your calls. Chad Longstreet with a couple of sacks early, 2nd down and 10 for Queen City. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Walsh waiting for his first carry of this possession. He'll get it here on 2nd down and 10. Walsh breaks a tackle, and then another, and Walsh drags ahead for a 5-yard gain. First tackle today made by Greg Hatton-Shore, the rookie strong safety in St. Louis. Queen City's receiving core, just in case you missed it, Chris Bush, Memphis Blue, T.E. Haynes the third is that new crop. Caswell off his front foot completes the pass to Haynes for a 1st down. Well done by Caswell, escaping again. Some more pressure from St. Louis. There's no doubt that the Gladiators have been able to get pressure on Caswell, but they just have not made enough big plays on either side of the ball as Queen City's drive will continue against an exhausted Gladiator defense. Two backs, 2 receivers. And off to Walsh. Walsh picking up some good blocks. Kyle Walsh is out of here past the 10 and down. Oh, he scored! Touchdown, Queen City! Wow. The Corsairs picking things up right where they left off. And St. Louis is starting this season like they started last season. I didn't think he got in. And yeah, St. Louis is going to challenge this. That's a really good challenge. I wasn't sure that he got in on first glance, and even at second glance, it looked like he may have just been short of the goal line. What a block. Missed who had it. Hatton-Shore, I believe, is eventually the man that brings down Walsh. No, it was actually Peltier chasing him down from behind. That's not a very good angle, but I honestly don't think that he got in, as James Richards is looking on in frustration. That is going to be a reversal. And instead, it sets up a 1st down and goal at the goal line here, and we'll see if St. Louis can come up with some sort of outstanding stop. 9 in the box for the Gladiators. Hand off to Walsh, and he just, oh no, it's actually Walsh's backup. He just walks in. Fantasy football people hate that, but Queen City loves it. And 1 play later, we're back to 20-0. Todd Mack is the backup here in Queen City. And St. Louis has a lot of work to do. They knew coming in and taking on the defending champs was going to be a tall task, but may not have thought it was going to be this difficult. Extra point for Queen City is good. Three touchdowns on the ground for the Corsairs in the first half. It's a blowout early. Can St. Louis close the gap? This is the SFL on YouTube. St. Louis past the 25, but not much else. Down to the 28-yard line, and every kickoff return for St. Louis in this first half has not reached the 30. And Short is the return man for St. Louis. The rest of the St. Louis offense, Elijah Swaim is at tight end. No star receivers. Fullback Garrett Rowland. Running back Evan Murr, and of course Ethan Alexander. It's not the most talented offense out there, and so far it's hurting him. Hand off to Murr, and Murr is pushed back to the line of scrimmage. Almost got away, but turned around. And Queen City continues to win the battle. On first down. Two backs in the backfield, 7:05 to go in the first half. Murr on a delay. Murr in trouble, no gain. 3rd and 10. This is starting to become a significant problem for the Gladiators here. St. Louis needs an answer. Tight set. Out of the eye on a 3rd down and 10. Everyone bunched up about 5 yards near the line of scrimmage. Alexander floats it out to the fullback. A race for the sticks. Rowland is going to be run out of bounds. Pickup of just 7 yards. This is not an offense that is built to do well on 2nd and 3rd and long, and that's all they have seen in this first half. Gladiators to punt again. St. Louis's defense needs some heroes as this game is starting to get out of hand. From the 26-yard line. Oh, big hit at the 30. Memphis Blue takes a pop. First down coming up at the 31-yard line. SimulationFL.net is our website for everything SFL. Visit the league's new website at SimulationFL.net and explore the league's new partnership with PressStats. Over 400 players. As that pass is caught by T.E. Haynes, he turns the corner for the first down. With over 400 players in games in league history, the SFL tracks your legendary status with professional quality. Contact webmaster Liam Crowder on Discord to find out how you can get your written works on the site. First down for Queen City after another strong catch from Haynes. St. Louis needs an answer. Caswell back to pass against a blitz. Pass caught. Nice open field tackle on Chris Bush. It's a pickup of 7. We'll set up a 2nd down and 3, and that has been the difference throughout this first half. As you look at Caswell's updated numbers, Queen City on first down has been above and beyond, light years ahead of the Gladiators. 4 receivers, hand off to Walsh. Walsh, first down to the 44-yard line. Peltier and John Barson at defensive tackle on the stop, but to no avail, as the Corsair train just keeps on trucking. 5:05 to go in the first half. Still a lot of time left to be played. Queen City off to the dominant start. Caswell back to pass. Caswell down the middle of the field, wide open. And I mean wide open to the Gladiator 31-yard line. Branch. Jones Branch. That's inexcusable. That is a generic receiver running a quick slant up the middle of the field with no one picking him up. .435 and counting to go in the first half, and Queen City's in scoring position again. 3 receivers, the handoff goes to Walsh, and Walsh is buried by Aiden Friday and William Davidson. Nice tandem tackle there by the rookie duo at linebacker. 2nd down and 8 from the Gladiator 29. Don't forget, coming up at 7 Central, 8 Eastern tonight, the Dallas Roughnecks take on the Alaska Storm. Andy Hamilton's on the call here live on YouTube. Hand off to Walsh. Walsh will push forward. Davidson on another tackle brings up 3rd down and 5, and Walsh has 183 yards in this first half. 3:35 and counting. Empty set for Caswell. And Caswell goes deep, and the pass is caught down to the 2-yard line. T.E. Haynes again. And Queen City is exposing St. Louis in week 1, giving them a lot of film to work on for week 2 before the Gladiators face Chicago. First down and goal to go. This has been a mess of a first half for St. Louis. Hand off Walsh. Walsh touchdown. Cannot bring him down, and Queen City is absolutely unstoppable. Wow, you don't often see games like this in the SFL. You just don't see it very often. And the Corsairs, extra point can make it 28-0, and St. Louis needs a pulse. Extra point is good. It is 28-0, ladies and gentlemen. Will St. Louis wake up in time? Or are the Gladiators already too far gone? This is the SFL Network on YouTube. Gladiators on a return will still not get past the 30. Although they are marked at the 30. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, and St. Louis is in a hole. St. Louis needs some magic. 2:55 to go in the first half, down 28-0 in the SFL Premier game. Alexander back to pass, has a catch. Out to the outside, Alexander up to 32 passing yards.
6 yards on the play.
A couple of generics out there, that's mass. St. Louis, no star receivers. Definitely something unique that they're trying, and to be honest, they really have not had a chance to test their theory because first down has been so problematic to the Gladiators. 2nd down and 4. Handoff on a counter to Murr. Murr up the middle, and Murr cannot pick up the first down. Picks up 3 to bring up 3rd down and 1. This is a critical 3rd down for St. Louis. They in no in no circumstance can give the ball back to Queen City. Giving them another opportunity here before the end of the first half. 3rd down and 1. Murr is the lone man in the backfield. Murr will get the handoff on a counter. Murr's got a first down. 45 up to midfield. And Evan Murr gives St. Louis some life, just shy of the 2-minute warning. It's first down for St. Louis on the other side of this 2-minute break as the SFL rolls on here on YouTube. First and 10 for the Gladiators, near midfield, but still on their side of the 50. High formation with a receiver to the bottom of the screen. Elijah Swain has been very quiet. Toss out to Murr. He is blown up, and that play has been a mess for the Gladiators, at least here today. Queen City has been ready for the toss all afternoon. Smith comes up with a tackle, and it's another 2nd and long for St. Louis. Murr left side. Breaks a tackle, but look at Queen City. 2 more guys coming, and Evan Murr is averaging less than 2 yards a carry. 3rd and 11, and right now all St. Louis wants to do is run some clock to get out of this half. .105 here in the second quarter, 3rd down and 11. Out to Murr. Murr's got a blocker. Murr got a block. Really nice block on the outside by, I believe, Elijah Swain, although I'm not sure. Clock is still moving. 1st and 10. 50 seconds. Alexander to pass. Alexander steps up in the pocket. Dangerous throw, nearly intercepted. That could have been big trouble for St. Louis on easily their most successful drive of the first half as Mick Weimer, a generic corner, knocks that down. This is a matchup of generic receivers against generic corners. Haven't mentioned many of them today. 43 seconds left in the first half. St. Louis is on the move, nearing scoring position. They have all 3 timeouts. 2 in the backfield, Roland and Murr, with 2 receivers spread out wide. Back to pass Alexander. Alexander deep down the middle of the field. The pass is incomplete. Looking for, I believe, Garrett Roland down the middle on a fullback go. Michael Spurgeon knocks that down. It's 3rd down and 10. St. Louis again in a 3rd down and long situation. Out of the eye, Alexander to pass down the middle of the field. Oh, it's through the hands of the intended receiver. That is just an absolute killer. Alexander put that ball on the money. And St. Louis's offense is completely inept in this first half, and they can't stop Kyle Walsh. The Gladiators are going to try a 53-yard field goal to get on the board. Yeah, Elijah Swain cannot afford to drop those passes. St. Louis needs him to be better. 53 yards away, the Gladiators' field goal is off the crossbar and no good. Wow. Graham Northrup. St. Louis can't get anything going. That one off the bar and out. How often do you see a field goal hit the crossbar? And Queen City takes over with 3 timeouts and 33 seconds to go. That has just been the type of day for St. Louis as they've got 9 players on the line of scrimmage. Caswell back to pass, floats it down the field, and that is knocked away. Excellent pass defense from William Davidson. It brings up 2nd down and 10. Wow, that was a heartbreaking missed field goal for the Gladiators as they almost put it through. There's a look at Haynes' numbers. 5 receptions for 92 yards in his career. 1268 on the ground, 1139 through the air as he was the Queen City running back in season 7. Walsh will pick up a few. 3rd and 7. The clock is ticking. Queen City choosing not to use any timeouts. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Caswell going to pass, and Caswell steps into the pocket, and that pass is caught on the sideline. What a throw. I don't know how Caswell got that into Chris Bush to keep the drive alive. Pass on the money over Aiden Friday. And there's 11 seconds on the clock, and Queen City's on the Gladiator 45-yard line. Two backs and 2 receivers. Can Queen City pile on? Caswell back to pass. Everyone's going deep. Caswell's got nobody open until now. It's short. The pass is dropped, nearly intercepted. And that's going to have to bring out the Hail Mary unit as Queen City is out of time. Caswell nearly let all of the time off the clock. 2K Sports halftime report is coming up next. Chad Longstreet was getting pressure early, but hasn't gotten any recently on Garcia in a dominant, for Caswell, a dominant first half for Queen City. Caswell back to pass, he's in trouble, and with 1 second left, the Corsairs somehow called timeout, and that's the 3rd sack of the day for St. Louis. Did not get a chance to see who that was as the graphic got in the way. It's 3rd down and 18. There's a look at the 4-time champion Eric Barkley.
Hard.
1 second left for Caswell to try it again. Back to pass Caswell as the first half clock expires. Caswell off his back foot, heaves it to the end zone, and the pass is almost caught. Oh my goodness, it could have been caught. Memphis Blue had a chance. And I just about lost it if Queen City would have converted that one. End of the first half between St. Louis and Queen City, and it's all Corsairs. Nearly 5 touchdowns in the first half. 28-0 at the break. Stats and highlights are right now. St. Louis nothing, Queen City 28. The Corsairs get the ball to start the second half. Blue to the 31-yard line. Somebody needs an answer for Kyle Walsh. As this Queen City rushing attack has been outstanding the last season in one game. Walsh on the run picks up a solid 192 yards on 16 carries so far for the rookie running back.
Number 48 with the tackle. Second and 5.
Second and 5 for Queen City as St. Louis's defense begging for a stand. Freeman Peltier got an interception earlier. 3 receivers, but Walsh going to take the handoff again, and Walsh has a first down to the 46-yard line. He's over 200.
Number 35 with the carry. Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pirates.
Alex Cross set the tone of this one. He had an interception on the very first play. Peltier with that last tackle. First and 10 at the 46. It's been all Corsairs here on the SFL's Season 9 debut. Back to pass. Caswell deep. Drop back. He's in trouble and goes down for the sack. That is the third of the day for Longstreet, and it's a loss of 8 yards. The MVP of this defense today, Chad Longstreet, has been tough to contain. John Barson, the defensive end on that line,
Second and 17. Ball at the 39-yard
giving Longstreet the ability to come off the other end. I have Barson listed as a defensive tackle, actually. I can't remember which one is which. At least in our records, that pass caught by Blue. Third down and 10 gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, pickup of 8 yards. St. Louis Gladiators last season started rough, 2-6. The last 4 games of that season, they finished 2-2. James Richards is the new head coach in St. Louis, and he's had some trouble here in his first head coaching game in the SFL. That pass is out of bounds and incomplete, and look at that. That is a 4th down for Queen City. St. Louis really needed that stop. Matthews will come on for a punt, but again, Queen City did enough damage to not give St. Louis any decent field position, and they're going to have to go quite a ways to get points on the board. Corsairs punt is away. From the 14-yard line, Gladiators up to the 18. And that's where St. Louis will set up camp for their first offensive drive of this second half.
19-yard. First and 10 from the Gladiators, 19-yard.
8:49 to go in the third quarter. St. Louis starts out of the I. Evan Murr will take the handoff, and Murr will pick up 2. Looked like he got dragged down viciously there by Cross. No penalty.
2 yards on the play.
Cross with his second tackle of the day, although he's made headlines just about every time Queen City's defense has been on the field. SFL fans, are you interested in spreading the word about a truly revolutionary esports product? Help the SFL by joining our social media marketing team. Experienced social media candidates can turn this into a paid league staff position. Contact the league's commissioner, myself, on Discord for more information. Alexander to pass on a 2nd and 8. Deep shot down the field. Oh, it's up by Cross. Give this guy the MVP right now. Elijah Swaim down the field. I thought had caught it and was gone for a touchdown. But Cross breaks it up again. It's 3rd and 8. That was the moment. Again, Alexander with a pretty nice ball down the field. And Cross way down the field making things happen. Alexander short, that's dropped. Must be an eligible receiver there, number 79. And what a mess for St. Louis. They just cannot catch a break. Memphis Blue back to return. I have not been this impressed by a linebacker in their debut since I remember Avery King against the DC Dragons was outstanding. Carolina got blown out in that game, so it just didn't have the same meaning. Memphis Blue will give Queen City excellent starting field position at their 48-yard line. Don't forget tomorrow night, starting at 5 Central, a doubleheader of SFL action. Cleveland at Chicago. Vancouver at Mexico City. Eric Vincent and Chris Curtis have those calls respectively. Hashtag be a star here on YouTube. 8:01 to go in the third. Handoff goes to Walsh. Walsh has a big lane and picks up 9. Just making things look easy. St. Louis tied up on that line of scrimmage, but they're just giving up so much at the second level. Queen City's line really doing their job as Peltier brings them down after a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1, 7:40 and counting here in the third. Walsh, one of the more impressive debuts, although going to be tough to beat Darnell Black's tremendous performance. Hand off to Walsh, breaks a tackle, and another. Walsh to the 35-yard line for a first down. Queen City's reign of terror continues. And St. Louis had an interception that they did nothing with and had a second half stop that they did nothing with. And those have been 2 pivotal moments in this game. Walsh around the right side. A lot of room and a really, really nice job by Hatton Shore to get off that block, giving Walsh just a 6-yard gain.
Let's go. 2nd and 3.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Appreciate everyone who's out there watching. We were almost to 50. Maybe we got over it at some point. 6:33 to go in the third. Hand off to Walsh. Walsh with the first down, just walking down the field, it would seem. 233 yards for Kyle Walsh.
First down, Pirates. First and 10 from the Gladiators, 22-yard line.
6:10 to go in the third. Backs 2 receivers for Caswell. Again right side, and again St. Louis is over pursuing everywhere. Down to the 1-yard line. A first down for City, and this has got to be one of the biggest blowouts in quite some time here. Last time I can remember a blowout of this proportion was that 48-9 drumming Alaska gave the Gladiators midway through last season before St. Louis really started to turn things around. 5:50 left in the third, and Queen City's on the goal line yet again. Handoff, Walsh. Walsh stood up for a loss. St. Louis needed that. D-Clan slaughter. On the tackle, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the Gladiators, 2-yard line.
9 in the box for the Gladiators. They look for a goal line stop. Walsh right side behind the fullback, touchdown. My goodness. What an opening day performance. I mean, everybody wants an epic battle. We all want an epic battle every time we're on the air. Sometimes you just have to appreciate a team that's dominating, and that is what Queen City is doing today. Declan Slaughter, my apologies. $35-0 Queen City. We just keep rolling it because they just keep scoring it. 35-0 Corsairs. Halfway through the third quarter. Gladiators return up to the 27. And St. Louis get any kind of positive momentum. That is the key right now, because it does not look like St. Louis is going to win this game unless they have the most tremendous comeback we've ever seen. Alexander changing the play at the line. Gladiators just want some positive things to take into next week. That one is almost intercepted. 2nd down and 10 coming up, and so far, the risks that St. Louis took with a very unique build not paying off. But as we saw last season with the Gladiators,
2nd and 10.
unique builds take a little bit and take maybe a little longer to fine-tune than your traditional build. We'll see how long it takes St. Louis to get the ball rolling this year. Queen City definitely understands theirs as Evan Murr pushes ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Alex Cross, another tackle, that's his 3rd. 3rd and 6. 4 Rabbit games are right around the corner within the hour. Oklahoma City, San Antonio. Atlanta, Carolina. Baltimore, Tallahassee. And Houston, Sioux Falls, as Murr will not get the first down. All of that action coming up at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Links will be provided to those games in SFL alerts and in score alerts. If you haven't already yet, join our Discord group by logging on to simulationfl.net. 4th down and 2, another punt for St. Louis. With 4 minutes to go in the third, Blue back to return. And from the 30, not much there. Return up to the 31-yard line. After the Rabbit action, don't forget to check out our second called game of the day. The Alaska Storm and the Dallas Roughnecks, a rematch of the Western Conference Finals, is coming your way, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, right here on YouTube, as Andy Hamilton will be on that call, and hopefully Andy will have a closer game than I had today. Head off to Walsh, and Walsh will pick up 4. Also, too, don't forget to tune in to the SFL Today, an all-new YouTube pregame show at 6:45 tonight. Immediately after all the Rabbit games are over, jump right back over here to YouTube for a recap and analysis of those games. And if you missed the games entirely, it's a great way to catch up on any action you may have missed. 2nd and 6, handoff Walsh, and Walsh fumbles, and it's recovered by Queen City. Of course it is. Walsh got blasted by Davidson. And St. Louis's best opportunity since the first quarter at a turnover, and they can't recover it. Back to pass, Caswell on a 3rd down. Caswell, deep ball down the field, he's wide open. That is T.E. Haynes, and that's another Queen City touchdown. A busted coverage makes this game even worse for St. Louis. Wow. Haynes on a double move, but it didn't matter. There was nobody out there. Well, if you didn't already know, it's pretty tough to coach in the SFL successfully. James Richards probably not having as good a day as he would have hoped. Not even close. But it is a long season in the SFL. And the extra point for Queen City is good, and it's 42-0. Stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've still got plenty of action and plenty more games to come here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Well, it's been a rough day for St. Louis. Next week, the Gladiators will go to Chicago before finally opening up their 3-game homestand at Budweiser Stadium with Atlanta, Cleveland, and Queen City in a rematch. Evan Murr, 19 carries, 38 yards. That's unacceptable for this offense. On a counter, Murr will get one of his best runs of the day, a 7-yard gain, to bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Number 20, credited with the tackle. Let's go! 2nd and 3 from the Gladiators, 34-yard.
2:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Murr. Murr's got a lot of space, and Evan Murr. Nice tackle by Avery King from behind. But Murr, led by the blocking of Garrett Rowland and another big man out there on the outside. It's a nice pickup to the Gladiator 46. And off to Murr, and Murr got a nice block and then another. Evan Murr starting to pick things up. A little too late, but Murr still running hard, now over 20 carries. As St. Louis is just trying to recover from a horrific first 3 quarters of season 9.
1st and 10 from your Pirates, 41-yard line.
2 backs and 2 receivers, 1:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. And off again to Murr, in some trouble, lost a yard. Smith once again in the backfield, and Queen City has at least 7 or 8 tackles for loss in this one. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 from the Gladiator, 43-yard.
4 games coming up on Rabbit in just about 40 minutes. Yeah, Lord Destro saying there was a block in the back. I saw 2. I thought my eyes were deceiving me. Murr picks up just 1. 3rd and 10, Avery King, yet another tackle as we come down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Out of the eye, St. Louis on 3rd down. 6 in the box for Queen City. Alexander, middle, incomplete. How many times have we seen Alexander try to go short and over the middle and the pass be incomplete? Avery King on the coverage. Hamlet was again out there. But it's 4th down. And another St. Louis Gladiator drive stalls out. It's a good point by Steven in the chat, saying it's all downhill from here for Queen City. You can't play much better than Queen City's played today on both sides of the ball, and the Gladiators will at least pin the Corsairs deep down to the 1 yard line with 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and we'll see how many other blowouts are on tap for week 1 here in the SFL. Hopefully none, as Queen City has definitely shown why they are the 4-time champs today. St. Louis would love a safety here. Kyle Walsh picks up just 2, and that will end the third quarter as Slaughter picks up his 3rd tackle. End of 3. St. Louis nothing, Queen City 42. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, and we keep it here. Start of the 4th. Walsh in some trouble, but got away. Walsh first down, 15 to the 19-yard line. And St. Louis had it stopped. Had Walsh in the backfield. That was Hatton Shore. And then a nice hit from Davidson. Davidson is having a really nice afternoon in an otherwise dreary day for the Gladiators, as they just want to get out of Dodge here. 10:40 to go in the 4th. 3 receivers off the left side for Caswell, and Caswell will hand it off to Walsh. He's dropped in the backfield. Aiden Friday on the tackle. Seen a lot of action out of the St. Louis linebacking core. They've needed plenty. Queen City next week travels to Tallahassee to take on the Pride in a rematch of an Eastern Conference. Caswell down the field. That pass is caught on the 33-yard line by Bush. It is a rematch of the East Final. I don't know why I was second-guessing myself. That should be a good one. T.E. Haynes has been the number 1 target for Caswell here today. But Chris Bush doing good things as well. Empty backfield for Caswell on a 1st down and 10. Caswell sidearm throw. Pass caught by Memphis Blue to pick up 8 and keep the clock moving. Want to wish a very happy birthday to Ronnie Nickens, turning 25 today. Happy birthday, Ronnie.
2nd and 1. Ball at the 42-yard line.
9:15 to go in the 4th. Tallahassee will have their hands full. They had their hands full last year with Bose in the playoffs. Have their hands full with Walsh. Walsh is now out of the game, and it's 3rd down and 3. Caswell's still in. Last I checked at quarterback. Aiden Friday, another tackle. Not sure if they pulled Walsh because he's tired or because it's 42 to nothing. Three receivers. Caswell back to pass. Got a 1st down to Haynes, stopping the clock. 7 receptions for 163 yards and a touchdown for T.E. Haynes. Haynes, who was the team's running back in Season 7. Very balanced career with over 2,400 all-purpose yards and 19 total touchdowns. Make that 20 after today. It's a 1st and 10. And off to Walsh, who looks like he's back in the game. Hatton Shore came flying in late. Davidson on the tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Haven't seen too much today out of Koa Kaleo, the goal defensive lineman for Queen City, but there are his numbers from last season. 5 tackles, 14 tackles for loss. Nothing crazy, but most certainly got a raise, big raise this offseason, and big things are expected out of him. Walsh on the carry to the St. Louis 46, where it's 3rd and 2.
He picks up 7 on the play.
A lot of time melting away here on this drive for the Corsairs as St. Louis's defense just can't get off the field.
3rd and 2.
Three receivers all to the bottom of the screen. As Caswell drops back to pass. Caswell, wobbly pass, should have been picked off. That would have been a pick 6. Either way, sets up 4th down, and Queen City's drive comes to an end.
Your Pirates have selected to punt.
Tonight, in less than 3 hours' time, we get to see a rematch of the Western Conference Final. The Dallas Roughnecks host the Alaska Storm with Andy Hamilton on the call. Live here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Be there with the SFL community to watch what we hope to be will be a pretty good ball game from Dallas. Get to see new rookie quarterback Shabazz Synergy and that Dallas offense. It looks a lot different without Mike Davis there. And I'm really interested to see how Troy LaShaw and Jace Jefferson, two of the best players in the secondary in league history, do on the same team. 7:03 to go in the 4th quarter. Toss out to Murr, in trouble. Colton May on the stop. Haven't really tried to go inside too much at all. St. Louis likely trying to avoid that gold defensive tackle. Koa Kaleo. It's unsure of what his special skills are, but at least this season, with the upgrades he made in the offseason to himself, his training regimen. That's a 2-yard gain. Woods Jr. on the stop. 3rd down and 8 coming up for St. Louis. 6:22 to go in the 4th. Four games coming up on Rabbit. As you look at Alexander's numbers, not good. Alexander, wobbly pass into triple coverage, that's incomplete, and St. Louis's offense just can't do anything. 4th and 8 with 6 minutes to go, and another Gladiator drive stalls out. McWavy, I'm not sure what you're asking in terms of which game is next. The 4 Rabbit games are next at 5 o'clock. And then Alaska-Dallas is tonight at 7 o'clock. All-time Central, 6 minutes and counting as St. Louis punts it away. Might we see the backups here for Queen City as the Gladiators are working, or the Corsairs rather, are working on a shutout here. Shutouts do not happen often in the SFL. In fact, they've only happened a few times in league history.
From your Pirates, 50-yard.
Walsh takes the handoff as the starters are still in for Queen City. Pickup of 7 yards.
With the carry.
Brings up 2nd down and 3 as Walsh is working on 300. We're trying to see when the last shutout was in the SFL, if Queen City has the opportunity to get there. Last season's low for points was 10.
2nd and 2.
And off to Walsh. Clock should have been going there. Apologies. 3rd down and 5 coming up. We'll get caught up. 288 yards for Kyle Walsh today, averaging 9 yards a carry as Aiden Friday comes up with the stop.
3rd and 4 from the Gladiators, 45-yard line.
Caswell to pass. Caswell in a bit of trouble. Now fires downfield. How did he see Bush wide open? 1st and 10. The chains move again, and the Corsairs are back in scoring position. Wow. Caswell turns around. Eyes in the back of his head as Peltier makes the stop.
Let's go. 1st and 10. The Gladiators, 25 yards.
For the last 2 seasons, 6 points has been the lowest any team has scored in a game. First down and 10, Queen City now running some clock, and I believe the backups are now in the game. Mack on the carry, and he still gets a nice chunk of yardage, 4 yards. Queen City probably going to
6 yards on the play.
rack up over 300 rushing yards on this day. San Francisco, back in season 6, scored 3 points in a 6-3 loss. That game was something else against the NYC Sailors.
2nd and 4 from the Gladiators, 19-yard line.
Cleveland scored 5 points in season 5 against Santa Fe. 3:43 to go in the 4th quarter. Handoff to Mack, got a first down, still moving. Mack to the 8-yard line. Unless St. Louis can force a turnover, looks like the Corsairs are going to put more points up on the board before this day is all said and done. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Showtime. 1st and goal from the Gladiators, 7-yard line.
The last and only shutout in league history happened in season 2 when Orlando blanked Grand Rapids 41-0 on a 1st and goal pass. That is caught for a touchdown. Chris Bush. And that is just adding insult to injury. Chris Bush with the garbage time touchdown, and Queen City does it with A.J. Caswell on the bench. How does Peltier let Bush get free?
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 8 on the hold.
That Orlando Grand Rapids game was February 15th, 2014. And the extra point for Queen City is good, and it's a 49-0 game. You just don't see that here. Queen City making a statement. And who is next in the Corsairs' path? Tallahassee's got some work ahead of them. Baltimore will take on the Corsairs in week 3. That is the 500th game special. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Help us push to over 600 as a subscriber. You're notified when our channel goes live, and you'll have access to over 1,000 videos seamlessly through the YouTube app. Our channel live streams Sundays at 3 p.m. and Sundays through Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Don't miss a minute of the action as that pass is complete for a pickup of 7, but St. Louis is still, I don't believe, over 100 passing yards. Alexander deep down the middle. That pass is caught by Elijah Swain, who finally made a catch in traffic. 3 receivers, 1 in the backfield. That's Murr. Alexander going to throw again, and over the middle is Swain. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This is the SFL Network on YouTube. Second down 4 for St. Louis, trying to avoid the first shutout in the SFL in over 3 years. According to our records, Alexander's pass caught by Swain to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Quickly now, 3 receivers. Back to pass. Alexander, deep ball to the end zone. Touchdown! No shutout in Queen City as Elijah Swain gets the score. I have to be super happy there for St. Louis. This has been a rough afternoon, and at least they can go home knowing that they put a touchdown on the board. It's not much, but it's something for the Gladiators to take into next week against Chicago. Alexander has had opportunities for Elijah Swain deep down the field, but that is the first time they've really made a connection. Extra point for the Gladiators is good, and with 1:44 to go in the 4th, it's 49-7. I highly doubt the Gladiators' onside kick here, but it looks like they're going to bring the onside kick team on the field. There's never any quit in an SFL team. Onside kick for St. Louis, and that is recovered by the Gladiators. Don't call it a comeback. Nice job by St. Louis, as that kick could have been fielded by Greg Morrison, but he couldn't get his paws on it. Northrup, who missed a 53-yard field goal earlier in the game, with a nice onside there. 1:41 to go, all 3 timeouts, and St. Louis will try to make this a little bit more respectable as the Corsairs backups continue to get more action. And that's why you onside kick, down 42. Alexander back to pass, deep ball down the middle, nearly intercepted. Alexander got crushed. Pass again intended for Elijah Swain, who is really the team's only deep down the field threat. Have not seen Alexander target generic receivers much here today at all. There's a look at Swain's numbers, just 4 catches on 9 targets. Again, coming up at 5 Central. That's in 22 minutes. 4 games across the SFL on Rabbit, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio. In the Vaqueros' first game, Houston and Sioux Falls, as the Sparrows are now in the Western Conference. Alexander's pass is incomplete. Baltimore and Tallahassee, the Crabs opening up their season at home for the first time since Season 3. And they actually host Tallahassee for the first time in a little over 2 years. And Atlanta and Carolina getting going as the Skyhawks start their new era without Shan Varner and Andy Hamilton involved. 3rd down and 10 at the 41-yard line. All of those games coming up in just about 20 minutes on Rabbit. Alexander, play action, deep ball down the field, tipped up in the air and incomplete. It's 4th down. Again, looking for Swain down the middle. Alexander just can't find him. Stenzo Woods Jr. Really good coverage as Queen City had Swain blanketed. 4th and 10 for the Gladiators, who do still have all 3 timeouts, and I imagine we see the offense remain on the field. Fourth down for St. Louis. Back to pass Alexander. Down the middle. Broken up. And that'll take the Gladiators offense off the field. Turnover on downs. Robert Becker knocks it away. SFL fans, are you interested in spreading the word about a truly revolutionary esports product? Help the SFL by joining our social media marketing team. Experienced social media candidates can turn this into a paid league staff position. Contact the league's commissioner, myself, on Discord for more information. It hasn't been a pretty game, but it's been a strong performance for Queen City. Are you a player on the field of the SFL? If you're new or just haven't taken the plunge yet, it's free to join our Discord community at simulationfl.net to hashtag be a star, as Queen City's pass is caught on the sideline, pickup of 6. That'll stop the clock.
He picks up 6 yards on the play.
Free agents can sign with a team as a star player this season through Week 8. Don't miss out on starting your football career today. 1:23 to go in the fourth. It's 2nd down and 4. Longstreet was a bright spot for St. Louis today. But it was not nearly enough. And off the Mac. 1st down. And St. Louis will burn their first time out as they will exhaust all resources. But it should be victory formation from here.
First and 10.
Oh no, actually my math is wrong. Still 2 timeouts left for St. Louis. Can't take knees just yet. Hand off to Mack. Getting plenty of action. Look at the blocking for Queen City. Pickup of 9 yards.
Pickup of 8 yards on the play. Number 26 with the tackle.
St. Louis down to 1 timeout. Queen City definitely over 300 rushing yards today. And Queen City can now get in victory formation.
19 yards.
My dad asking if the rabbit links are up yet. No, they are not. They will be up as soon as games start at 5 Central. St. Louis burns their last time out. 1:12 to go. Davidson on the tackle. St. Louis is out of timeouts. 2 victory formations. Or 1 victory formation at least. I don't know. Queen City's offense still on the field. 3rd down and short. They're going to try to pick up the 1st down. They're not going to. And Davidson picks up his 9th tackle. That'll actually bring out the field goal team
3 on the play.
for a 4th down. And Queen City can achieve over 50 points in Week 1. And St. Louis, it's like deja vu all over again. Giving up 50 points early in the season. This will be from 38 yards away. As it actually would have benefited St. Louis if they would have just given Queen City that 1st down. 38-yard field goal for the Corsairs. That's good. 52-7 on a really ugly debut for St. Louis and a fantastic debut for T.E. Haynes, Alex Cross, Kyle Walsh, A.J. Caswell, and the rest of the Corsairs bunch. Four more games kicking off on the SFL family of networks on Rabbit in 17 minutes time, as we'll all get to digest what has been a really rough day for St. Louis. They dug themselves in a hole, throwing an interception on their very first play. Evan Murr never got going, and 2nd and 3rd and longs were a serious issue. And those were your storylines today.
1st and 10 from the Gladiators.
No post-game show following this game. The post-game show is tonight after Dallas and Alaska. And if you played at all today, we want to hear from you on the call. Andy and I will be there as well. There's a look at the final quarterback numbers. Ethan Alexander, just 117 pass yards. Again, no post-game show after this game. The post-game show is after Alaska-Dallas, which caps off our day of games at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to come back to YouTube for that one tonight. And to call to the post-game show, if you played or coached today, we want to hear from you. Alexander's pass is caught by Swain down the field. St. Louis is out of timeouts. Down to 12 seconds. It's a 1st and 10. Alexander running up to the line, running out of time. Spikes the ball with 4 seconds left. And St. Louis will have one last opportunity to put points on the board before we put this one in the books. Rough debut for James Richards, but I'm sure the Gladiators will bounce back and figure out this build. Be interesting to see how Chicago does tomorrow night against Cleveland. A doubleheader of action along with Vancouver and Mexico City starting at 5 Central, 6 Eastern, live here on YouTube. Final play, Alexander, Hail Mary, deep down the field, intercepted at the 9-yard line, and that's just the way this game went today for St. Louis. Final score, Queen City 52 and St. Louis 7. 588 yards of total offense for the balanced Corsairs, who absolutely dominated today. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network on YouTube. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Stay tuned for action on Rabbit at 5 Central and back here on YouTube with Andy Hamilton at 7 Central, along with 2 games tomorrow night at 5 and 7 Central from Chicago and Mexico City. From Buffalo, New York, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to SFL Season 9. Your player of the game was Kyle Walsh. 31 attempts, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging 9.3 yards a carry.